All right, welcome back. Joining us again is national home staging expert Johnathan Miller. Today we're talking about easy and affordable ways to refresh your home for the spring. So Johnathan, I love easy and affordable. Those are two good things. What is tip number one?
Spring cleaning. Everything everybody always puts off. Nobody wants to wash the windows. Nobody wants to take everything out of the shelves and dust it. But that's the most affordable way to update for spring. Pull everything out, clean it off, then put it back. You usually put it back in a different space, so it's fresh, it's new, it's fabulous.
So you're putting away your winter stuff, pulling out all of your spring stuff.
Well, if you're in our area, then you got to leave some of the, you got to keep a good mix there. Like today, it's a little cold.
Yeah.
But I'm talking, though, your decorative items. Go to your built-ins, go to your shelving, pull all of that off and clean it. Even your cabinetries. Throw some things out and then start fresh. That does not mean throw out your entire wardrobe.
Okay, well said.
I'm not giving permission for that.
Yes, unless you're like, oh, I don't like what I'm wearing. But that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother segment.
Yeah, that's a whole day.
All right, what about number two, Johnathan?
You want to make sure, I was talking about cleaning out the shelves, you want to rearrange the shelves. That's every year I'm always like, you know what, let's just start this fresh. I pull all the books out, I go through the books and I see if I've actually either read it, am I gonna read it, was it a gift of something, is it decorative, and then I did make a pile and decide what I'm gonna keep and what I'm gonna go. I also change out photos frequently. So I go with just a standard black frame, so then I look and I'm like, okay, well I like this photo better. So I have it printed, change it out, makes it brand new and it's easy.
It's also probably more exciting and just fresh to come home, see those different photos, and know, like, oh, hey, I remember that event I went to with Grandpa or Grandma. I think that's cute. All right, Johnathan, number three.
Use all your spaces. So many of us have rooms in our home we don't use. A lot of people have a formal living room. They use it once a year for a Christmas tree. That's it. Think about revamping it for something else. Make it a gym. Make it something you're actually using each day. The pandemic taught a lot of us to repurpose rooms, but at the same time, we still have rooms in our homes that we just don't go in but once or twice, and that's real estate space. That's money you're throwing away, so turn it into something you actually can use.
And this is actually personal. My grandmother used to have a space where we would only go for holidays, and it had the plastic covers on everything year-round, and we got yelled at if we went into that room, and I'm thinking, I always thought you have this entire room that you're not using. It never made sense to me, so that's a really good tip there. All right, next up.
Next up, you're gonna want to refresh your front porch.
Oh, what's that about?
Change out the furniture, look at everything, either paint it, change it out. It's, so many times you don't use the space because you don't like how it looks.
Yeah.
You wanna actually be wanting to go out there. Again, it's real estate, go use it. Go get something fresh. Lowe's has great furniture that's really budget friendly.
I was gonna say that because when you're thinking about that too, it could be, hey, if I don't use that often, I don't really care what it looks like, and it can be expensive to get porch furniture.
Exactly. So you want to try and stay in the affordable arena, especially because we have really hot summers. But you want to be able to walk up there and actually want to sit out there at the same time. You don't want it to just be for show, like you were saying, like your grandmother's living room. Don't make your front porch a place that's pretty, but that you never use.
Well, and there's these pillows now. No, we're going off script here. So well, there's these pillows now you can get that it protects you from the rain. So even if it's raining outside, it doesn't matter. That could be a good thing.
The sunbrella pillows, anything like that. But they look more like indoor pillows now. So it's a great addition to really dress up a space.
All right. And lastly,
clear the closets. How many things do you have in there that you don't remember you have in there, and then you find it and you're surprised? It's like, oh, it's like a Christmas present right away.
Guilty.
Same here. Yeah. I did this actually right before I came on, and I was like, oh, wow. I have like 20 things in here that I could actually be putting to use in my home that I didn't because I got them in the winter and it was meant more for spring or summer. So dive in, see what you have. Don't just walk by the door and be afraid to open it.
That's really well said. Because I think oftentimes, at least for me, I'll speak for myself, it's around the change of the seasons or holidays. I'll go in and I say, okay, it's time for Halloween. Let me bring out all my stuff. And then I'm thinking, oh, I have all this floral stuff for spring that I totally forgot about.
Right.
So make sure to check out your closet space and clean it up.
Clear out your seasonal decor. That is one other. We'll add that in because it's like there's so many things that people use for Christmas that they don't actually have. They have boxes of things that they don't use anymore that they're just holding on to just in case. Donate it, get rid of it. There are lots of people out there who want Christmas decorations for their home that really can't afford them. So donate them to a good charity so then somebody else can actually have joy from that.
Spreading goodwill, spreading good tips. Johnathan, thank you so much for coming on. Always a pleasure to have you. All right, again, everything he said today will be recapped online, so make sure you check out our website, WDBJ7.com. But stick with us. Got more news and weather after this break.